is one goodbye fight in San Jose. Go back to the Sharks arena, right? It's where the San Jose Sharks play. And what do they call it? The Shark Tank? Is that what it's called? What's the real name of that arena? I don't even know. But
the
one in San Jose, California, where the Sharks play. That's where Robert. Yeah, that's where Robert did a lot of fights at. I think they go back there one last time. Put him in with an opponent with like no knockouts, though.
Actually,
Seriously.
I think Danny Garcia had it nailed. He goes, he can't fight at this level. He says, I think there are fights out there, just not at this level. And I agree.
But then I go with your advice. No, I don't want him doing that, bro.
No,
because
I think he should be a schleppy ballroom fighter and fight bums.
I retire.
No, because I think you can get 5,000 people to show up to watch him beat up and punk shit.
Yeah, well, they have to have. I'm talking pro debut guys, bro.
Yeah, right. Guys with like 4 and 26. Yeah, they're out there.
That was some scary stuff last night. 5 knockdowns, literally by one punch, almost every single time. That is not Guerrero. Something was wrong last night. It was either that dude was sick and went on with the fight anyways, or he is literally. I don't like to talk about it. There might be some screws loose where his brain just cannot take it anymore. Or you get that dizzy off one shot in the first round, second round, you're down 3 more times. I mean, like, it was weird, Lee. It was weird. They totally annihilated. Totally.
So are you going to let me call the episode Brain Damage Guerrero?
No, because that's not right. Dude, that's not right. Robert... No, you were joking about it.
No,
yeah,
I
am
right,
but you shouldn't call him that. That's
he is. If that'll get him to stop and people to hate me, maybe somebody will say something to him. Look, we've met Robert. I've met Robert. We spend time. I've talked to Robert. I like him a lot. He does good things for the community. But I will do anything to keep him out of the ring for his own personal health.
Well, title it. It's time for Robert to say goodbye or step away or something, but not brain dead Robert. No, this is what we're trying to avoid. And I'm
also trying to get people to listen to the show, Andrew. I'm just being a dick about it.
That's so mean, though. It's just so mean.
What about Deathpool? What about Deathpool on Robert Guerrero?
Deadpool, you're such a dick. He should change his name. Yeah, whatever, Lee. Whatever, you're going to bring me down that road.
Deadpool.
Hey. No. Look at Robert I think he is going to make the decision to retire.
I don't think so. He'll fight one more time.
You know he only made $250,000 last night. And with this loss, this is like, his 4th loss in a row? 3rd loss in a row? That number is dropping again. And I don't know if it's even worth it anymore. Once you're paying your corner, the taxes... Is it really worth where he's at physically right now? It doesn't. Unless Guerrero literally comes out and says, look, I was running 102-degree temperature last night. I had food poisoning last night, or some kind of evidence that warrants that performance. Bro, you got to step away. I don't even want to see his next fight. I'm dead serious. If they don't have a legit reason, Robert Guerrero did look hurt before he was even hit. Seriously, that one punch, that's not Guerrero. If anyone has ever followed this man's career, this dude was a warrior in all of the divisions. He's thrown down from 130 to 147. He's thrown down. He has multiple Fight of the Year candidates. Last night, he was getting hit once and falling. And Lee, it's not even about that punch. If you really watch, he's getting everything that Omar's hitting him with. It's like his neck muscles weren't even there. His head is just swiveling around. It was just really weird. Ever after that one uppercut ended the fight, and Robert is hurt multiple times. It's not just the 5 knockdowns. There's times where he's doing good. Omar hits him once, his legs stagger. Now he's all hurt. Now Omar's throwing on him. There was a lot of that going on in this short fight too. It was a war. Like I said, I think the last 2 rounds, Robert comes out trying to knock off Omar Figueroa's heads, and Lee, he lands some punches that probably should have if he had the power of a power puncher, but he didn't, and Figueroa was able to walk through his shots and then come back, and Robert just couldn't take his. He could not take his at all.
There you go. So you want to go to the biggest upset?
An actual review of Funner, California.
What the heck is
revealed in a telenovela.
What's that? Turn that off. Turn that off. I knew what that was. That was very weird. You couldn't hear it, but I could. And people are going to go, what the fuck? Why does it say telenovela? Don't ask. I was on a boxing page, and they just have pop-up video. What a bunch of fuckers. All right, so I think the biggest upset of the evening. For those of you who don't know the history of Joe Smith Jr., Andrew's been talking about him repeatedly. Joe Smith is the guy who last year had wins over Andres Fonfara, who had the win over Bernard Hopkins and Bernard Hopkins. Like, Joe Smith Jr. was the guy. He was red hot. 20. He was the guy coming off the hot hand, 20-0, 14 KOs, and then he met a man named Sullivan Barrera, and he put a beat down on Joe Smith. Final scores were 96-93, 97-92, 97-92. And here's the thing. That's it. That's literally it. Like,
they know how to beat Joe Smith now.
I guess. I don't know.
Keep the jab in his face. Stay technical.
I don't know what it was, but I mean, they had a white guy for about 5 minutes, Andrew. They had him. He was there.
He drops Barrera in round 1. They almost had a star, Lee. They almost had a star. If he would have finished Sullivan Barrera in 1 round, Fonfara in 1 round, and knock Hopkins out of the ring, oh God, this kid would have been hot. He would, and you know what? Shame on his corner, because that's really all they told him. Every time I heard Joe Smith's corner talk, it was just like motivation. Like, come on, don't screw this up.
Yeah.
Hey, that's really good advice. Don't screw this up. Punch with 2 hands. It was like, come on, you guys got nothing for this kid. You don't see any flaws in Barrera's offense that you could tell him to capitalize on between rounds. It's not good. It's not good in the corner, man. Look at Joe Smith. He knocks him down, and I think he fell in love with his power. Then it turned into a head hunting. When I hit him, he's going to go down type of fight. Sullivan Barrera is from a technical, what is he, Cuban boxer?
Yeah.
Olympians, former Olympian, these guys know how to score points, man. And that's all he did. He started scoring his points. Outworks them, outlands them, controls each round. It's not to say that Joe Smith didn't have his opportunities. There's a few times where he rocks Sullivan Barrera late in the rounds, but can't do anything to capitalize on it. It was always too late. Very, very good fight. Both of them are going to be back, but they're definitely going to be back. Like Sullivan Barrera's story, Lee. I'm going to tell you, be honest with you, kind of was going for Sullivan Barrera once I heard the whole hasn't seen his daughter in over a decade, left her in the middle of the night. Really didn't. He probably said goodbye before she went to sleep, but didn't get to say goodbye while the little girl slept. And that was just like, I don't like it being a dad. I don't like those type of stories. I want that man to succeed and get his daughter to America. So I kind of was not mad that Sullivan Barrera got off the canvas last night and then dominate Joe Smith. Joe Smith's going to be back. He's going to make money. And the kid does have the power to make some noise in the light heavyweight division. What he needs to work on is not just relying on that power and set yourself up to knock the guy out. Don't just wait for a lucky, I'm not going to say a lucky punch, but he's doing a lot of the, I hit you while I'm getting my ass handed to me kind of deal. You know what I'm saying, Lee?
Yes.
It's not really a counter shot. It's more like I'm just going to let him wail on me and then throw in the middle of it and hopefully my punch lands. That's what it looked like.
And last but not least, the main event of HBO's After Dark. Miura and Burchell. Burchell wins.
New best fighter you watch, Lee. Miguel
Takashi Miura loses in a lopsided 120-109, 119-108, 116-111 rout.
He's gonna destroy Lomachenko, people. Mark my words. Miguel Burchell. Hey, Lee, we're gonna make money off that kid. Miguel Burchell, when he fights Lomachenko, my money's going on Burchell all the way. HBO knows it. Hey, you guys. Anyone see how quiet our commentators got on the Vasily Lomachenko-Burchell matchup as they watched Burchell literally dismantle a fighter that's been Fighter of the Year twice? Hey, Lee, this is also another good thing that styles don't make great fight. Or what is it? Yeah.
Styles make fights.
Styles make fights. Yeah.
Make fights.
Because because both of these guys have been in Fight of the Year candidates, right? The link was Francisco Vargas. But you would think putting them both in the ring together, you'd get the same results. Hell no. Hell no. The fight was kind of dull. Burchell controlled it from round one. Out. The guy's big. Lee, he's 71-inch reach. Where are they at? Like at 130? 71. You know what Lomachenko has? Like a 65. This kid literally's got like a 6-inch reach advantage on him when he meets him, and he knows how to use it. That's what he did to Mira. Mira does get on the inside and starts working him later in the fight, but this Miguel Burchell boxes better than he showed against Francisco Vargas. Let me tell you that. Kid has feet movement, he has a jab, and he knows how to throw combos. And they didn't want Lomachenko. I'm telling you guys that. They get so quiet on that matchup. At the very end, Lampley asks Roy Jones, like, so who would you like to see him fight next? You know what they respond with? The rematch with Francisco Vargas. The rematch with this kid is like, what is he, 32-1? He's this clear contender to your pound for pound boy over there, Lomachenko, 8-1. Oh, they don't want it. They don't want it. Lomachenko better be nervous. I think he's too small for this kid. I don't see him. He might get on the inside, but it's bad times when you're on the. Look at his reach advantage is going to allow him to hit Vasily wherever Vasily's at. Vasily's going to think he's out of reach, and that 6-inch reach advantage is big, people. That is a big advantage you have on a fighter who's trying to get out. No, that's the fight. That's the fight. I don't want to see Francisco Vargas, I believe, just had surgery on both eyes. Why the hell do we want to see him in the ring until next year? Right? Crap. They're scared. All of those commentators, they glorify this Lomachenko like he's something special, but then when you see the biggest threat to him, you want no piece of it? Come on. HBO's building that, dude.
There you go. That's everything.
Well, the Corrales.
Jezreel, the new WBA super whatever champion.
Yeah, very close fight, Lee. I thought they got it wrong. Look, I'm going to tell you people like this. If they were fighting for the WBC title last night, I think the Mexican kid would have won. But because they were fighting for the WBA that's in Panama City, the Panamanian won. That's how close this fight was. I'm dead serious. The fact that they shortened it 2 rounds, it was a 12. When have we ever seen a WBA fight go from 12 to 10 during the telecast? Kind of weird, kind of fishy over there. But no, they're saying they're going to rematch it. Look, Lee, they stopped the fight. Oh, I got another one from you. The doctor was probably in the WBA's pocket too. Lee, they stopped the fight because of a cut under the man's eye. Under his eye. Cheekbone cut. The doctor's like, nope, seen enough. Oh, what? Mexican kid had like 11 defeats, bro. I wonder what the bookies had on this one. They're like, no. Just saying.
There you go. What do you got?
What else do I got? Nothing.
That's it. No, I'm like literally, it's all boxing results, and we did all the boxing results.
Yeah, the boxing wasn't stupid this week. There's one show going on. Let this circus happen, and then we'll get back to real boxing news this week.
Well, yeah, these two now have to train for the next 6 weeks.
Exactly.
So we don't have to see them for the next 6 to 8 weeks. They got to go train for their fight.
Yep. So it'll be back to being normal news.
We're coming up on Mikey Garcia and Broner, so that'll be the next thing. Like Broner has to do something stupid, and I'm sure he will.
It's an awesome fight. No, I really like that one. That's free. That's going to be on free television. Look at Omar Figueroa, big fighter, Mexican-American fighter out of Texas. You got Mikey Garcia making his noise in Oxnard, California. That could be a potential huge fight for the PBC on regular television, Lee. Mm-hmm. We know they do big numbers. They have the fan base to do great numbers. So, yeah, look out for if Garcia does handle Adrian Broner. Don't be surprised if you see Figueroa come down to 140. I think Figueroa belongs at 140. He did not look good last night. I didn't like how flabby he looked around the waist. So just drop back down and wait and get a Garcia Figueroa.